Anyway, yeah. Hey guys, welcome to the very first Prime 1 and Transformer statue unboxing here in the channel. So we got the Prime 1 Optimus Prime from the Age of Extinction, I think. I forgot which version we have. So this came in 2 boxes. Although it's 2 boxes, they're actually fairly light. It's the first time I've seen or held boxes as light as this statue, so I'm quite amazed of that. I'm a bit excited to unbox the first Transformer here in my collection. So without further ado, let's start with box A, which is the bigger one, and I'm hoping the base would be here. Okay, so this box is quite tall. By the way, I got this from Alan Nang again. I got a pretty good deal for this and thought it was worth the price since it was actually quite cheap. Okay, finally we have completely removed all the packaging that Alan did. So there is a small box underneath them. Okay, so we have the first box. What do we have here? We have the Transformers Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, the Night Edition. So this is the museum type pose since there are 2 versions, I think, for the Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. So I bought one with the museum simple type pose. And yeah, so this is the art box. It does come with the white styro. Okay, the problem is we are at the bottom. Brad, pwede niyo magunitan, Brad. Anak na to, kinatas, baliktad siya. Buka. So, the styro was upside down. Hopefully, it's fine. Oh, obviously it's fine. It's just the base. And the base is quite massive, actually. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing in here. Just the base. How do we pull this out? I think we need to rely on gravity again to get this one out. It's actually fairly light. I'm just afraid I might break it. So, gravity. I'm not gonna let it fall completely. Just enough for me to get a grip. It's actually really light. Let's see. Edition size is 500 pieces and I got number 292. Okay. So I wasn't expecting that statue to be that light. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the cover for this one, for the box, second box here below. It came with a, what is this? A calendar, and I think it's a product. So the second one is a product brochure. I'm gonna check them out later. So this is the second box. Okay, we have the second box. The second box is obviously quite small, almost like a museum type statue for Marvel stuff. Okay, we do have a assembly manual here. A few instructions, up to 24 pieces, and this one does have the tape that Alan usually uses. I don't think there are a lot of pieces to this statue. Unboxing the first layer. Not sure if this is damaged, but it looks like the styro has completely attached itself to the arm, the left biceps of Optimus Prime. Yeah, you can still remove it, just a bit hard. Okay, we have the left arm, we have the right arm, we have one of the plates, which I don't know what it is. Second plate, we have the bust stand for the portrait. We have a few more of these plates. Actually, a lot more of those plates right here. I'm not sure what this is. Lots more of the plates. We have the sword, which is not made out of metal, but it's actually quite thick, which is fine. It has a lot of encryption, making it look really good. Kinda wish they will light up, but obviously they won't. We got both of his hands right here. Okay, few more of these plates. We have his mufflers or exhaust. Feels plastic to me. More plates. And we have one of the portraits. Then we have the second portrait, which we'll be putting here. Doesn't seem to fit that well. Okay. Going to this, that's all there is on the first layer. Now we are gonna proceed to the second layer. This is why I hate white styro, although it keeps the statue really safe. It's just too messy, gotta say. Okay, we have the Autobots logo here. I think it will go to the front. Yeah, so I think this is the front. Let's just get all the plates first, since there are a lot more here. This is like building a Lego in my opinion. All we have now are the 2 legs and the torso for Optimus. Which one does have the peg? Okay, so which one is this? Left foot has the keyhole and the base has the key and peg. Okay, so how do we pull the body out? The torso is actually quite heavy. The details are very remarkable. It's really nice. And I think we need to put the legs here first while we install this here. Next, we are gonna check the manual. To save time, is we need to put both arms. I'm still bothered by this. I hope this get removed easily by water. It's not the best fit, I would say, for the arms. It doesn't have magnets, but it's a tight fit, tight enough that it won't fall, I guess. Next is we need to put both of the shoulder plates for Optimus. I'm not sure if that's right, but I think that it is. Next is we're gonna put the plates on his thigh, which is this. Yeah, just need to angle it a bit. It's a bit loose. I think that's a problem with Prime 1 Transformer statues, is that the plates are loose and a bit scary. Next is we need to put, I think, this thing. Yeah, it is quite loose. I'm just gonna put a patty here, probably. Okay, next ones are the small stuff on his lower leg. Okay, let's move some of the pieces here, so making it more easy to find stuff. Let's put them in pairs. Since everything is a bit symmetric, all of them are in pairs. And I think I can rotate. Yeah, it's quite easy to rotate Optimus. Okay, next are these 2 small stuff that will go to his lower leg, but I'm not sure how they go. Okay, there you go. Next is we have another plate which will go here. No, it's not this one. Okay, so this plate will go, I think, here, or maybe here. Next one is we're going to his thigh, and we're gonna put something small, but I can't quite see what it is. Oh, okay. My bad. I missed to get 2 of this silver stuff. So both this will go to the inners of his thigh. Okay. Next are more plates. I need to move, can't see. definitely the magnets isn't as strong as I want them to be. I think they need to be assisted with glue tack. Next one is we need to put this guy at the back. It's not that hard to find. Yeah, they are indeed really loose. Okay, next are the exhausts, the muffler that will go to the back. It has 3 pegs, should be quite easy to find. And then once that's done, we need to put another plate. Which plate? Yeah, the magnets are really weak. I'm quite amazed that this statue doesn't have any brakes. I'm not sure if this is brand new, but this statue definitely needs a lot of taps. Next is, let's see, we need to put this, I think, at the back. Yeah. On his tailbone and one onto the back. Next is the, oh, this is the shaft for the sword. Okay, next is we need to install the sword. We need to put the right one, the left hand, and meet. Okay. So this is his left hand. And then the right hand. Then the sword has a slot here below. Don't seem to understand the problem. Definitely cannot see. I think that is wrong. Okay, it's quite hard to install the sword and the hand sting. Obviously, based on the post, it's actually quite hard. So what I did was I pushed the sword deeper than I wanted it to be. So I think that has removed some of the paint. Hopefully not that much. Hopefully it didn't damage it at all. And once that's done, you need to angle the right arm, the whole arm a bit, just so it aligns with the sword. And then the left hand, then you insert the shaft. It does have a key that will go to the sword. Everything seems to be stable now, so no problem, I guess. Lastly, the portrait. Oh, the portrait is really loose. You could even spin his head. Everything is loose in the statue, I would say. I missed 2 things. I think this goes to the shoulder. I'm not sure how they go, but I think this makes a lot more sense. The magnets are definitely really weak. I don't know how to improve this except for the blue tack thing. As you can see, this one is quite loose. If you hit this by accident, I'm pretty sure it's gonna fall. And since it's quite thin, it might actually break easily. Anyway, we have completely assembled see how loose that was. No brakes, thank goodness. Everything is really loose. Anyway, yeah. Completely assembled Prime 1 Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. Okay, so for the dimensions on the statue, it is 23 inches in diameter, so 23 inches wide and 23 inches deep. Optimus Prime is 24 inches tall and the base is 4 inches tall, making the overall height 28 inches tall. Before we start, I'd like to mention first the problems I have with the quality of this Prime 1 statue. All the small parts that are removable from the statue are all loose. They wiggle a lot and would easily fall if hit. Prime 1's magnets are extremely weak. I highly suggest to use use metal on the key on this part to make it more stable and don't wiggle a lot and doesn't have to rely on magnets. And speaking of magnets, as you saw on the intro, the reason the portrait fell is because the magnet on the back stand was installed incorrectly. So if I put the portraits on there, it will auto-eject it. Alang, the guy who I bought this statue from, already handled the situation really well. Anyway, good thing is the portrait didn't break. Also, I have problems with the paint, but more on that later on the paint part of the review. Assembly, I would say it's quite easy except for the hands and the sword. It needed a bit of wiggle and changing of angles to perfect, and I had to bury the sword deeper into the base more than I wanted it to. Hopefully that didn't introduce a lot of scratches or paint chips. Anyway, on to the concept. This Prime 1 is inspired from the Age of Extinction movie. I believe there is another AOE Optimus Prime from Prime 1 Studios, but that one has a more of a dynamic pose, while this one obviously is a more museum type pose, which is what I like more, and honestly speaking doesn't look toyish in my opinion. Anyway, let's talk more about the statue. The base is this round type of base inspired from their airships. It's honestly quite detailed and not even symmetric at all. You see some weathering or battle damages here and there, some moss, wire scattered all around the base, and of course the Autobots logo on the front. Like I said earlier, Optimus Prime is on a museum type pose, which he wields his sword. Honestly, I love the pose a lot, and it is the selling point for the statue for me. For the sculpt, it has a lot of details to look at as it is quite massive. You see a lot of mechanical details inside his armor plates. There's also some encryption below his knee, his sword, on his shoulder pads, and on his portrait. There are a lot of these bolt type details all throughout the statue. There's just too much details on this statue. Very well done by Prime 1 and their sculptors. The base does have some weathering or battle damages sculpted into it. However, Optimus Prime doesn't have much of those battle damages. The only ones I could see are the plates here next to his neck. But besides that, there are no more battle damages sculpted into him. Overall, I would say great sculpt for sure. Can't complain anything on this one. Anatomy is perfect as well. Now, as for the paint, overall, I would say it's great as well, but there are parts that are worth noting. And the blue and red armor plates on Optimus are more or less all battle damage. However, there are zero battle damages on the gray parts, which is odd since it is inconsistent. Also, the gray parts on Optimus are painted with an oil finish, which looks great in my opinion. The head also has that finish, but for some reason, the head looks way too plasticky or toyish, especially with the eyes painted the same way as the gray parts and it's not illuminated or blue. Maybe it's hard to paint Optimus with that glowing eyes concept. Also, my unit came with problems on the paint department. The red wire from both his legs are wet and has scattered all throughout the parts here on his thigh. I don't know why this is still wet, and this statue has been shipped for a while already, I think. Overall, I'd give this statue a 9. Great sculpt and paint. Of course, it won't be a grail even if I rank it at 9 or even at 10 because there's just no hype on this particular statue despite having great quality. And the demand isn't there. Collectors can get this anytime they want on the second-hand market. I can't give it a perfect 10 too, as I hate how all the parts that are removable from his body are very, very loose. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you're looking for something else to watch, you might be interested on watching my review on XM's Hulkbuster. And it is not what I expected it to be. This is Carl, and see you in the next one.